Okay, we're building a move bumper for a 2013 1500 Silverado. First step is take the bumper off. Then you got 3 pieces that go together. Make sure they're lined up smooth. Those 3 points, tack them off. Something like that. And now we're ready for the mounts, which will go in their existing boat holes. You just have to figure out where they're gonna mount to, and I'm thinking right up in here. I gotta look at that here in a second. I've got these 3 tacked off and ready to go for the next step. First thing I've realized is the original bolts don't fit in these mounts that they send you. So you're gonna have to widen these up either with a torch or something. But you only got 2 points of contact, 2 bolts that'll fit through it on this Chevy, which I don't really like because the old one had 10 bolts holding it on instead of just 4. You had those 2 bolts go through these holes. You had another bolt right here, one right here, and then on your tow package you had 2 more bolts. So it almost looks like the old one might be stronger, at least with the supports. Same thickness and metal, just the whole rest of it's weak. So I'm gonna have to figure out something of being able to reattach it back over here on the bottom. Probably weld a bracket or something right here to go off to my tow package. But you gotta widen up these holes. I had to widen up the holes on the passenger side mounting bracket just so the original bolts would fit. And then I just cleaned it up with a grinder. I've got both of them on somewhat tight. We can still move them up and down till you can figure out where they need to be exactly. And then you just lift your bumper up into place. Look through that hole and that hole to make sure that it's lining up good right up here in the seam with that right there, that bevel. Once you like it, go ahead and get your weld machine ready. And gonna stick the rod through those 2 holes to tack it off. But I'm doing this by myself, so I can't really record it. Okay, I've got it on. This is probably gonna be one of the hardest steps, just trying to hold it by yourself and make sure that everything's level and even. But got a tack right there and one right there. As I was holding it on, tacked it right there in that corner. And right there, had a little too hot right there. But you leave those, the mounting brackets kind of loose, kind of tight, so you can still move them around. So when you have it pressed up on here, you're looking to make sure that it's flush right there in that bend. If it's off a little bit, it's still okay. And right here, you want to have the same gap on this side as you do right here. Problem with this truck is the old bumper got hit. It's kind of bolted out a little bit on this side, but it's pretty close. And once I finished that, I stepped right here to lower it down. So right now it's touching my tow package. So after this, I gotta figure out what's the next piece to put on. Okay, you got 3 more pieces right here. This piece, this one, and that one. They're gonna make up the side corners. So this piece gonna run off right there Then you got this bigger piece. And tack it in. Then this last piece. Try to make sure it's all even and good. But it's real easy. Tack it off, do the other side. I think I'm gonna hold off on these pieces right here. Try to figure out what I want to do with putting a light on for my license plate. Think about using some pipe or something. Put a light back there and have it angled onto my license plate. Once you've made sure it all fits like you want it, you take it off so you can go ahead and start welding it. Right now I'm going to leave off those plates and the bracket they give you for the lights. Weld off everything else, and I got to look into them a little bit more. Decide which lights I want to go with. And the lights for the license plate. And I'm going to kill off some bolts on the back side so I can bolt on my license plate without having to reach back there with some nuts. Well, I decided to go ahead and put those in. Still got to weld them up. I figured out something else with the lights with my license plate. I'll show you in just a second. And I've got some rigid flush mount lights coming for these. So I'm not going to be using these brackets, but if you were going to use them, you just weld them. Probably attach your light on first, mount to see how it's going to fit, and then weld those in place. All the welding's done. I've gotten my accessories put on, some pad eyes, and some bucket teeth. Right now I've got it sat on the truck, make sure everything fits right. Had a little bit of issue with the mounting brackets kind of spreading out, and I had to push them in to get slide in. This hole's for the spare tire. Now I got 2 more holes down here that'll bolt into my trailer hitch, giving me 6 bolts holding it on instead of just 4. I've gotten it cleaned up with some Xylene. About to put the primer and paint on it. And my light should arrive tomorrow. I've got it painted now. Put 1 can of primer and 3 cans of black flat spray paint. It's ready to go on the truck now. I've got my license plate light all wired up, ready to hook up. I can split them off again. This is what I drilled that hole for my spare tire. And to bolt into these 2 holes. Went ahead and got some bolts for it as well. Okay, I got it installed. Got the lights hooked up on the license plate. They're pretty good, but the wires are real thin. Had to try to solder them together. These lights ain't gonna come in for about another week, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Got those bolts in and rattled up. This is my front bumper. It's from Move as well.